WWE Crown Jewel 2025. Josh Ungar, the AEW resident fan of our show, has asked to preview this event. So take it away, Josh.
So, by the way, unfortunately, I will not be able to watch AEW Wrestle Dream next Saturday because I will be working the Cleveland Monsters game against the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. But nonetheless, this Saturday, we've got Crown Jewel from Perth, Australia. If you want to watch it, you have to be up early, 8 a.m. Eastern.
Well, you don't have to. You can watch it on demand on the ESPN app.
True. But there's some intriguing matches on this card. I just hate that, we're doing champion versus champion for the stupid Crown Jewel championship. That part is dumb to me. But the actual matches are interesting. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. That's a really interesting match. And, I haven't watched Raw, but I've seen clips, so I've been following the feud. And I like the way they're building this feud. It doesn't, yes, it's champion versus champion on paper, but it doesn't feel like a champion versus champion feud where it's you know what I mean?
Well, the funny thing is, I don't know. I know you said you haven't been watching, but I don't know if you saw on the internet or somewhere the video package they put together for this match. And it's gone back to what I've said for the last 5 years. Even with these two men in the ring, you know what this whole storyline revolves around? The OTC Roman Reigns. Because this dates back all the way to not only WrestleMania 40 when Seth Rollins was Cody Rhodes' shield against Roman Reigns, but it dates back to Cody Rhodes' decision to team with Roman Reigns 1 year ago at Bad Blood against Solo Sikoa's Temu Bloodline, which Seth Rollins says that is the reason why he can no longer trust Cody Rhodes, because the only reason why he had to team with Cody Rhodes to take out the Bloodline is because he did not need that power. And now that he knows that Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are quote-unquote friends, he has to eradicate the WWE of Cody Rhodes because he is not fit to be QB1.
And the line that really stuck out to me in this buildup was when Cody said to Seth, in those 3 matches that we had, how many of them did you win?
And the funny thing, Josh, is way back in the day, it was the first few months when I met you, back at the old company we used to work for, Believe Media LLC, you wrote an article that said WWE booked the original Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins feud wrong.
I did.
And yet, it has come full circle to the reason why we're having this match is because Cody Rhodes is 3-0 against Seth Rollins.
Yes, it's kind of ironic in that sense. I expect this to be the main event, although if you remember the last time they were in Perth, Australia, the main event was Rhea Ripley against Nia Jax. So because of that, I think there's an argument to be made for that tag team match to be
zero. There's zero argument to be made for that. That match means nothing. It's absolutely to get Rhea Ripley on the card in Australia. That's the only reason why.
I think that's the main argument for why it could be the main event.
That's the argument you make for it to open the show.
Okay, fair. Kind of like what they did with Adam Cope
with Cope and Christian in Toronto at All Out.
Yes. But am I invested in that tag team match? Not really.
That's my point. That's why it's not main eventing.
Yeah.
Because I've said this over and over again. You guys can hate me all you want. Io Sky, Asuka, and Kairi Sane are all 3 short women who can't wrestle.
Okay, I disagree with you about Io Sky. The only one I disagree with you about is Io Sky. My fandom for Asuka has fallen off hard, and I've never really been a big fan of Kairi Sane to begin with. The Australian street fight, I think that'll be a really good match. I think Bronson Reed should win that match and get a win over
So
Roman.
here's where I'm at. Ever since the Vision has started, I predicted them to win almost every time, and they've lost besides the match at WrestlePalooza against the Usos. I don't think it makes sense for Roman to lose unless you're planning to bring Roman back in some surprise return for War Games. Like, because I think the Roman Reigns Brunson Reed match is not at all about Roman Reigns and Brunson Reed. This match is all about main event Yeet Jey Uso, because whether it's soon, whether it's 6 months from now, whether it's a year from now, whenever it will be, Jey Uso is going to have to make a choice. And there's a very interesting scenario that I think could be happening, which is, does Jey Uso become what he resented? Does Jey Uso become Roman Reigns? And how do we get there, right? Does Roman Reigns become Paul Heyman? Does Roman Reigns take a step back from the in-ring? Does he become the wise man? Does Jimmy Uso become Jey Uso's right-hand man? So I'm excited for this match. I think Brunson Reed and the Vision have done great things, which again is why I think the results of this PLE, besides Cody and Seth, actually don't matter. Because the whole thing that we're looking at here is, when and if are the Vision going to break away from Seth Rollins? And when/if is the Bloodline drama going to pick back up with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso? Though
it certainly feels like it already is.
They spent this past Monday on Raw. They had 2 promo segments, one with Seth and Paul Heyman, and one with Roman and Jey Uso. That has
which
literally
I thought that was the more interesting one, when Roman said to Jey, like, "Who's cutting a promo at the top of the hour? Is it you?"
Yes.
No, it's CM Punk.
They
like
have
that.
Those 2 promos to me have
intriguing.
6 months worth of story in them. Those,
yeah.
Which, you know what's funny? I want to get your take on this real quick. So I was listening to, I don't know if you've ever listened to Not Sam Wrestling, the podcast with Sam Roberts that he does, we talk about wrestling. And he mentioned that he believes, and I was thinking about it, and I think it's true, that the John Cena heel turn actually pushed all these stories back. So remember, going into WrestleMania, we thought Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Could Randy Orton turn on Cody Rhodes? Could Drew McIntyre get an undisputed championship match against Cody Rhodes? That sort of got pushed to the side for John Cena. And then once John Cena got the championship, everything sort of felt under whack. Well, now Jey Uso chasing the championship, Cody has the championship back. And I think you could make a real case for, all of these storylines and potential heel turns of Randy Orton and Jay and maybe Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker turn face. Like, all of these things are setting up for 2026. And all 2025 which was a weird year for WWE, was it turned out to be weird because nothing really happened, because everything's going to happen next year.
Yeah. You brought up John Cena, and he's facing AJ Styles.
Hashtag beat up John Cena.
Huh?
Hashtag beat up John Cena, the way AJ Styles would say.
Yes. But, I feel the same way about this match that I do with Brock Lesnar. We never got, I get it. John Cena has limited dates left, so I understand it. But, and to a certain degree, you don't really need to build up the match because it's John Cena against AJ Styles, for God's sakes. But I would have liked a promo battle, something. You know what I mean?
I think this story is actually going to lead into the retirement of AJ Styles, not John Cena, because AJ's been on public record saying he's going to retire within the next year. I think by WrestleMania 42. They did the whole thing a couple weeks ago where AJ cut this unscripted promo where he said people don't want me here or something during the commercial break on Raw, which led to this match with John Cena, Triple H tweeting out that we listened to the fans. I think it's leading to something for AJ Styles when he eventually loses this match, is how I take it.
It just, like, for example, Brock Lesnar has his big return at SummerSlam, but then he didn't really do anything after that.
Well, he doesn't need to do anything. He's Brock Lesnar. He can do whatever he wants.
I get it, but we never had like a promo or anything of why Brock Lesnar targeted John Cena from the start. And like it again, I feel the same way with this match, not in the same way, but like I would have liked something between John Cena and AJ Styles, like some type of interaction, some type of promo battle, something. It just feels empty to me.